Welcome to the All In Alliance Poker Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris, the House Whitmancy.
Andi Lynn Tickner.
Hey, what's up, guys? King Marty here.
Yeah, there's no delay there at all. And joining us tonight, we have a very, very special guest. Mr. Robert, the Undertaker, is here. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing well. I appreciate y'all having me here.
We thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Uncle Sam.
We had no choice, but okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, it's your alter ego, Uncle Sam.
It could be.
Yeah, Uncle Sam brought me in.
There you go, Uncle Sam. All
Do you
day.
respect the blue, white, and red?
You might be the only American to say the color is wrong, Chris. Jesus
I know,
Christ.
right? Like, who said that?
Have you never seen a Rocky movie ever?
That's like rock, paper, scissors. When somebody says paper, rock, paper, rock.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Wait, are you saying I said the colors wrong? I said the colors wrong.
You said them bass backwards. That's how you did it.
Yeah, you said a blue, white, and red. Red, white, and blue, bitch.
Okay, want me to say what to do? It's my way.
God damn it.
This is my way. Is Uncle Sam going to be mad about that?
Uncle Sam.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yes, because if you say the other color, the other way, it's like French colors or some random
Let's talk to
shit.
Uncle Sam. Let's talk to Uncle Sam.
Don't be mad if Uncle Sam draft you.
Exactly. Yes, I agree. That's the first rule: is you get the colors wrong, you're drafted.
Sam can't draft me. I'm 5 years old. Alright? I'm 5 years old. This is King Marty Jr. Alright? I'm 5 years old, okay?
Marty
Hey,
Jr. I love it. I love it.
Hey, King Marty Jr., go to your room.
It's past your bedtime.
Daddy? Fuck you!
Oh, damn.
Ooh, Spike.
Why do you keep getting higher pitched?
I don't. It does sound higher. I remember there used to be one.
I haven't hit my growth spurt yet.
Oh wow.
Hey, it's because the static electricity coming through his hair from the ceiling fan.
What do you mean? I don't have hair on my balls yet.
Oh God, he went there. So we did have our second week, chapter 8, our singles league.
Hey, Ryan was a big winner.
Oh yeah, that's right, Ryan.
Who came in second?
Ryan, yeah, and then there was a second place first.
Gabe,
Who was that?
Gabe took third. Your boy Chris, the House, took fourth.
Yeah,
B took fifth.
I just want to say, Andi came in second, and she's so excited, and she's never going to let it live it down.
exactly.
You earned
Yeah,
it, you
she
earned
took
it.
second. She was number
Sixth place
2.
was Ronnie. Seventh was
I
Lee.
I just want to say the Undertaker was not the first out.
Exactly. No ice cream for the Undertaker.
No, but Robert, you did take 14th place, so.
You know what? I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, but
Then
Robert.
why were you even invited on the podcast?
He
You know what?
very special.
That is
That's all.
not- That is not up for debate.
I do want to point out, because y'all don't know the numbers. Y'all don't know the numbers that I do. It's weird that Ryan did win the night, but at the end of the day, the total points was only 29 points each.
Right.
It's actually pretty cool.
Well, he was a big
Yeah, I
loser
feel like I
tonight.
would have moved up a lot more, but I didn't knock anybody out.
You don't knock out anybody?
No, I didn't knock out
she
anybody,
does it
even though I
after
came in
poker night.
second.
She does that after poker.
Oh, after poker, you knock people out.
You know people out.
No, I don't. I'm a. Was
You're
it?
what?
No, not a fascist.
You're a pitcher, not a catcher.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh, you're a catcher,
you
not a pitcher.
you knock them out. Yeah.
You're a catcher, not a pitcher. Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam.
I mean, yeah, because I have a vagina, so yes. but-
Exactly.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
You're a catcher, not a
Guys, hey, real quick, we were 19 seconds into the podcast. 19 seconds in. That's how far we made it.
You don't have to edit for the long pause.
Hey,
Max effort.
We lost Allie Bear, or that little girl that was a bear.
That didn't take long. Shit.
Yeah, we did. So pretty much the rest of that night was we had our normal 3 tables show up. Stephanie, my partner in the duos league, unfortunately out first that night. I think was followed by Peyton.
She was first at our table. Was she first overall again?
I think she was
Yeah,
first
she was first
overall.
overall. And then
The second time in a row?
I
Yeah.
think so. I think so.
Oh, Stephanie.
No,
Yeah.
Although, if you go back and listen to our live podcast, she has the best contagious laugh ever. So,
She does.
well, the first week of the poker, she was second out. She was the second one. Not the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one.
Okay, that doesn't count. That don't
Doesn't
count.
count.
Yeah.
So Gino was first out last week. Gino.
oh yeah,
but
that's
we
right.
know
You're
who
right.
was first. We know
Yes,
who
we
won on the
do.
first week, though.
The Undertaker, yes. Hell yes.
No, not the Undertaker. It's the
The Undertaker, yes. Exactly. So the Undertaker, and then Peyton, who showed up 30 minutes late, was second out. So he was there all of 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, like maybe
I think
4.
10.
Yeah, Peyton. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Will.
Will I am. We talked about who was out first. We talked about who made the top 2. Of course, we know who that is. Now, that was our second week of our singles. A few days later, we have our final table of the Duo League. Robert, I wish you could have been there, buddy. It was pretty exciting. The rest of us were there, though, so all 4 of us. Why don't Andy, give us the rundown of what you saw when you showed up?
Why is there a chuckle?
Yeah, that was me. I laughed hard on that one. Sorry.
He was getting rid of his time keys.
So the reason I showed up to actually take over videoing is because all we could see is Lee's arms.
Oh, right. Nice. And my best looking arms.
Which was not beneficial for any of us.
Oh, you didn't want to like my arms? I love my arms.
No, that's Lee, your arms are great for whatever purpose they are made for, but not for watching.
They're there for hugging.
Wow. Hugging, exactly. Thank you.
But not for watching poker.
Oh, damn it.
So, no, it was like, even though it was a final table and there's money that was to be won, right?
Right.
It was still a fun, hard fought game. And I left before the final.
You did leave before the final 2, but
yeah.
Do you remember who was first out?
But,
Okay.
even Stephanie, it was funny because right. So the 1 or 2 times that I've ever actually seen hands from World Series of Poker, like the cameras are under the table and you can see their cards. And so, I'd walk up to the players and be like, hey, can I put the camera below, right? We're live streaming. It's not like I'm showing it to other people. And certain people, including Stephanie, rightfully so, was like, no, I'm superstitious. So I thought that was very interesting because, again, World Series of Poker, you can see a raised hand, you can see what's on the table, et cetera, et cetera.
Get into their mind, how their mind works when they bet, knowing what hand they have and stuff like that. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's
it was not even that, but it was just kind of if we're going to live stream, let's see what people have. So certain people let me get under the table and see and not
under the table
with the camera in my
with the camera. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam.
But a lot of it didn't change. Honestly, that was the biggest thing for me is it didn't change the demeanor, even though it was a final table of the group dynamic. And I appreciated that.
That's awesome. I love that. And
so can I say something real quick? I want to give Andy credit. So the reason Andy popped in there was because the video could have been a lot better, and not by lack of trying or anything like that. So she came in and was trying to make an attempt to make it a little bit more enjoyable for the people watching live, right? So she's trying to get close-ups and all the things, and apparently there's a couple of people here in our league who don't enjoy that kind of, I guess, lifestyle with people all up in their face. So it was kind of funny to watch that engagement because Andy gives 0 fucks about your personal space or any of that stuff, not in a bad way, right? You're just the lovey-dovey, you're in your face, you're gonna be all up in there, and that's it. No shame in your game.
Exactly. Well, also, but that's part of the if we're gonna do a final table live cast, in my brain, right, I'm thinking okay, kind of World Series, WSOP, right? Okay, Sears was on the table, and mind you, I'm 5 foot tall, so for me to see the top of the table, and then I have to run around and try to find other people's cards, see what they're doing, right?
Exactly.
But no, so Marty, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Truth be told, we tried to get a better platform that would allow us to rewatch it, but there's so many platforms now that are changing their
format
format. We'll go with that. So they're changing their format on stored videos, and they no longer are going to keep your video stored, and they're deleting them. And so now for live streamers, you have to have so many subscribers. You have to have
Kick. We can do Kick. Another streaming device.
A Kick.
Yeah.
Hey, it says right now on our Facebook page that we have 210 subscribers. So walk me through that, Chris.
You mean 210,000 subscribers?
Oh, 210.
And on our website too.
Oh yeah, our website's updated as well.
Exactly.
Well, hold on. Let's go with who went out first. So, Ronnie went out. Ronnie the Wild Man went out first,
Which is your partner, correct?
which is my partner. Yep. And then following Ronnie was Jesse.
Yep. The two oldest.
Yep.
And
then
Jesse's partner.
Jesse's partner is Chris, and then following Jesse was Tanya.
Yep.
And Tanya's partner is B.
Also the next oldest. So goes Ronnie, Jesse, then Tanya, the oldest. And then
it was me after Tanya.
And then Marty, the youngest.
Wait, Marty, who took you out?
The poker table.
Okay.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, it wasn't by quality of hand. So let's tone that down real quick. By the way, I'll tell everybody.
Okay, Marty,
I had no problem telling everybody.
You're all salty, McSalterson. So leading up to this, what was the best hand in general, and what took people out?
Pocket sixes and pocket nines.
Yeah, pocket sixes and pocket nines is what we played. And by the way, that was Chris's best hand all night. So yeah,
I could play that bad.
I had 95K, which was 2 big blinds. So I had to make a decision. I hadn't had pocket pairs at all night. And so I had to make a decision because otherwise I wasn't going to be hanging around much longer. So
it just makes sense that Marty got himself screwed on the 69. So
yeah,
I mean, it goes.
And I can tell you right now that he's not my ideal partner for battling that handout. So
yeah, well, here's hoping. So okay, so then it was so now you're down to the last 4 people, correct? So that would make it Stephanie and Lee, obviously, and then
Chris and B-Man, Brian.
Right, and they're not partners. 4. So the only partners that made it to the final 4 were actual partners.
Right. Me and Stephanie were in the top 4. I think Stephanie went out right after that.
Right after me.
Back. She had to make a move. She went all in on Queen 2, which is a move I would make because when you basically have enough money to pay for maybe 2 more blinds, you've got to make some sort of a move. And when Queen High, it's basically a no-brainer. You got to go in right there. She did.
And so did she do it before she saw the flop, or before she saw the 3 cards?
Before it was pre-flop, yes. And she did go against Chris.
Took out Stephanie.
And she did so against Chris, who got his fucking lucky card, King High, and nobody paired. King High won the hand.
King High won the hand. Okay, wow. And the blinds were high at that point.
They were very high.
But yeah. Okay. So she went out on that hand.
She did go
by
out.
Who?
So Stephanie was out, and then so it was down to me, Chris, and B-Man, which is pretty even as far as stack wise. I think Chris had the tip lead at that
what she said.
Exactly, and I think I had the next.
I think that's what Uncle Sam said too.
Uncle Sam, exactly.
Yeah, he had first.
And this was around the time Andy decided to leave, which is why I'm taking over. So B-Man got blinded down as well. He got some unfortunate calls that Chris raised him, and he couldn't make the call. And so B-Man got.
I left because I had my taco fill.
Exactly. Yeah, we had. Oh, and Chris, thank you for the taco. That was awesome. Thank you. And always
so fun to find a
Camilla. We like.
I like your tacos, Chris.
Yes, we like Camilla's tacos too.
Yep.
So hey, Uncle Sam.
With you guys on the call, y'all who have done the duos before. Somebody said something the other day? Has this been the first time? Was this the first time where we made it through the break with nobody going out? Is that at the final table?
Yes, 100% accurate.
Wow.
Although here's a kicker: Leah's won every duos, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Well, not to brag or anything, but thank you for bringing it up.
I wasn't going to.
Wait. On the blog, it says that Chris had a duos by himself and he won that hand.
Yeah, he tends to win his own hand.
Is it because he sat on this other hand and it became numb?
Yes.
Oh, that was the singles duo in his bathroom. My bad. Never mind. Wrong blog. Sorry.
Okay.
It's because y'all on the duos. I missed the duos.
Yeah, but we'll get back to the singles here right after this. Yeah, sorry. So I want to point out something that Andy did bring up, our previous duos, and yes, I did win, but my partners were Brian, the first duos, and Chris,
the
second.
The same B.
Right, the same Brian, same B-Man. We won the first duos, and then the next duos was right after that. That was chapter 3, and it just so happened to be me and Chris partnered up, and we won that one. Our final
So I can't decide if you're like the Spider-Man or like the Venom of this duos group.
Okay, I don't know why that sounds dirty, but it does.
That's a freaking Marvel's reference.
Yeah, I
Weirdo.
know. I know it does.
Venom.
The Venom, yes. I'll be the Venom.
I think he's more like Green Lantern. That's what I think.
Or that too. That too.
Yeah,
That's something to be
worst
proud of.
Marvel's character ever, but yeah, okay.
Just
I
as
just
long-
want to say, why y'all cheating, man? Just don't call him Captain America.
Oh, there you go. I like that. That fits with the mayor of Poker Town.
Isn't Captain America black now?
Is he?
Yeah, I know. I was like, Robert, aren't you
Yeah.
Captain America in this scenario?
Exactly.
No. Yeah, he's more like Blank Man.
Blank Man?
Or Ant-Man or
Nut Man? All right, that sounds good. But so pointing that out, so it was the final three. Yes, Chris, you did take out Brian. How do you remember the hand you took him out on? Do you remember the hand?
No,
Because nobody cares. I'm just kidding.
I know what won the winning fucking hand.
3 people.
yeah. So
back
okay,
to back.
so Lee, what did you win on?
All right, so here's the breakdown.
Okay,
In
Lee,
my head,
Lee, before you said that, was it scary that I was taking out everyone before it was the final two? Was
Not
it
at
just
all.
scary?
Do you think you're John Wick?
John Dick mostly.
Yes.
John Wick.
No, it's mostly John Dick.
Everyone would say John Dick.
I would say John Dick. He's Richard Head. He's Dickhead. All right, so anyway,
Not funny, but okay.
yeah.
Uncle Sam doesn't think that's funny.
Well, Uncle Sam can go suck a dick. No, I didn't say that.
Oh my gosh.
I did
Yes,
not say that. I did not say that. That's what she said. All right. So the final two, me and Chris. Chris asked me a question. Was I scared he was taking out everybody? Hell no, because you didn't take out everybody. So they come to me and him. And I said, you know what? This motherfucker thinks he's going to run the table. So the next two hands, I go all in on both of them. And he folds.
You're forgetting that I offer you the split.
I offered you the split.
No, I did. I know
offered you the
No.
split.
Lee, I offered you the split, but you said you and Stephanie both said no.
I offered you the split first, and then you said, well, what should we do? And I said, well, all right, let's make it fair. Let's talk to my partner, and you talk to your partner. And
We said yes, Lee.
I mean, we did. Because I offered it first, just like the night before.
Marty, you were there. Who offered it first? I did.
Let's go to a live listener. Stephanie.
All right, but here's what happened. So I offered it first.
Okay, Lee and Chris. So let's just assume that you both said, let's split the pot. What did you guys have at that point in your hand?
I was chip leader.
I offered it to Chris first,
No, I did. I did.
and we went to our partners. The partners both said
Stephanie said no.
the partners both said no because they wanted the ring. The only thing we couldn't split is the ring. And Chris made an offer after
my dad said yes, so that's why.
Well, he said yes, but he said yes to the ring.
I'm
All right, let's
confused.
You guys can jerk each other up later. I don't care.
I'm a little confused. I thought there were no ties in this one.
Well,
Right?
we could split if it's just money, but you can't.
Robert,
split. You can't.
Uncle
split the
Sam
bracelet
said
and the ring.
there's no ties.
There's no ties. There's no
There
big ties.
shouldn't be. I mean, if you got one ring,
Yeah, that's the thing is that we couldn't split the ring. So Chris
yeah.
would have gotten the ring.
Whoever becomes my partner in the next duo, there'll be no splitting.
Oh, I hope
And that's what Stephanie said. And that's what Stephanie said.
Yeah, that's what
Or if you're Marcia, you get litty pitty.
Oh, well, hey, I wouldn't mind that. So Stephanie said, I want the ring. And I said, all right, I'm going to get you that ring. So Chris has got probably, what would you say, 1.5 mil?
For it.
I would get down on my knee for it. Under the table, Uncle Sam. But, so Chris, what would you say you started out with your stack?
I was pretty high up there.
You were at, what, 1.5 mil?
There's only 160 total.
So Chris has about a mil. I have about 600K. So he's got a lead, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
First two hands.
Yes.
Exactly. First two hands, I said, fuck it. I go all in on both hands. What Chris doesn't know is that my first hand was a 3-4, and then my next hand was a king 4. So he could have called me on that very first hand.
Yeah,
he would have
terrible.
he would have definitely beat me if he'd have called me on the first hand.
Yeah, I had ace. I had ace 2.
Yeah. Oh, and I can't. When he said he had ace, I couldn't believe it, but he did. So he'd have kicked my ass on that. The next series of hands.
So what happened? So you just went all in without seeing the flop?
Right, because I said when you go heads up, you want to, just like how he did kind of in the very first chapter, he was dominating all in every hand. And I said, you know what, Chris, I'm going to change this up. And then,
Yeah, you have to kind of like mansplay this one there because I don't play that much. So,
all right. So
You play every Thursday.
exactly.
And you go to Beaver League.
She loves the beat.
There's only 10 hands.
First
wait,
two
I
hands
get
all-
10 cards?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So first two hands all in. Third, and probably till maybe round 15, me and Chris are pretty much just back and forth. So one person's got a good hand, they go all in. I got a good hand, he goes all in. So it's back and forth. Now, fast forward to the last hand. We're about dead even in chips, but I managed to squeak some away from Chris. I've got about 800K.
See, we golfing out.
820.
Nobody smelled it.
I shot my load in. So I got about 825. Chris has got about 790. I'm on the little blind, so I act first. I raised him to, was it, Chris, 200K?
I went all in. You quickly fucking called.
Yeah. On money plan. I had 910, and I felt it. I didn't feel that yet, but I didn't.
You smelled it, you dealt it.
I felt it and dealt it, and then fill it up under the table, Uncle Sam. So I had Marty's hand. I said, this is King Marty's hand. So I raised 200,000 on 910. Chris goes all in on, what was it, King 4, King 3?
King 4. Yeah, King 4.
King 4. So he goes all in, and I snap call him. And I don't know what the fuck got in me because I wouldn't normally snap call on 910.
That's what she said.
But I snap called him. And so I lay it down real quick. He sees I got 910. He's happy. He's got the king. He's got me beat.
Yep.
Flop comes 785. And
Oh shit!
and yes,
Great.
flop comes 785. I'm fucking jumping up and down. I'm like, now it's on, motherfucker. Turn
No straight, though. He had no straight, though.
Turn comes queen. I'm like, fuck. Okay, that was the wrong face card. Final card comes out. The fucking jack hits, and I fucking slap my hands together, scream really loud, and I won the tournament because I had Chris covered by less than
100K. Less than 100.
like 30K, barely. And that was it. That's how I got the ring.
Yep.
Go ahead, woo, Lee.
The Undertaker.
Hey, Lee.
Would we like to talk about this past Thursday? Because that's actually what the podcast is about.
Yes. Well,
Podcast is about
That-
poker.
Hey, let's all be honest. The reason Andy's so anxious right now is because she had a good week this past Thursday. She's so excited to talk about it. So let's let her lead into it. Then let's let her lead into it.
that's what we're going into right now. So I
Also,
celebrate-
we were supposed to have two separate podcasts about the final table and then this past week.
No, we were just gonna stream it in hopes that we could have a live podcast, and then we were still gonna recap it on here anyway.
And couldn't do it. So
All right. It was my fuck up. I agree. Uncle Sam did it. But so we celebrated, we took some pictures, paid out some of the money, and that was the night. What few of us don't know, though, is the night before at Heath's tournament, which we also do a weekly league, final two, me and fucking Chris again. Chris has me covered a little bit.
Sides at this point. Like,
Yeah, I know we play poker every day. So
no, I feel like you guys can handicap. Like, you guys need to start with like $100,000 trips less than everybody else.
and I did not get busted. Chris got busted first, but he rebought.
I wasn't going to. I was going to eat my chicken Alfredo then leave.
Well,
Wait. He
Not
rebought?
ice cream?
you get to rebuy in piece.
Wait. You said chicken Alfredo, not ice cream?
Nope.
Yeah, I was going to eat my chicken Alfredo and leave
It was ice cream flavored
Yeah.
chicken Alfredo.
because I was just tired. And then Peyton
All right.
just-
Can I say something to Robert real quick? So Robert, let me kind of give you a recap of what happened when I walked in the house on Sunday.
oh my God.
So Chris is coming in and he's got this shit-eating grin ear to ear, right? And he's just like, guess what happened yesterday? And I said, what happened, man? And he goes, I killed it. Yeah, I took down everybody. I was just slaying people just left and right and just putting people out in the corner and you go stand over there. And so we're listening and I'm going, damn, you dominated? Oh man, kill again. And then out of nowhere, I think Jesse, his daddy, goes, yeah, but you rebought. And everybody stops. And we're like, wait a minute, you rebought? He's like, yeah, but I still won the night. And then, so had he come out and said it off the top, off the jump, everything would have been fine. but he gave us this whole extravagant story about how he was dominating the table. I was like, and then Lee's like, you didn't really dominate the table if you had a rebuy. So
I did. I was the first one out. So, I mean, basically, it's like a restart.
Like the normal night.
Okay, to be fair though, okay, Marty, and I appreciate this. This is the least interactive that anybody has been with guests since you've invited Robert.
I
well,
know.
he hasn't been probed yet.
But
He has not been probed.
getting there because this is the perfect segue to go into
Chris probes the guest.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Oh no, you're
All
not
right,
gonna do
today's
this.
guest, we got Robert. Hey Robert, welcome to the probe, where I'm gonna dig it in deep, dry, and you're gonna like it. You're gonna call me Big Papa. All right.
Oh, damn. Wait.
Did somebody just fart?
I'm starting to feel violated.
And that's the whole point of this
Everybody
podcast.
laughing.
That's the whole point.
Nick, clearly you didn't read the disclaimer.
All right,
I
Robert.
feel like at this point we need to like get like write-offs, like or like
Get off.
hey, I don't know, like NDAs.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
We don't need no NDA for this shit. This is like 18 and older censor. All right,
What's that
Robert,
noise again?
step in my office. Take your pants off. Bend over.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Man.
Yep. Damn.
All right, Robert. This is your second league season in our poker league, so congratulations for continuing. We hope you enjoy it. So, what are you liking it so far about this poker league?
It's the people.
I love
People
that
make
answer.
this league. The people make this league. And
Mhm.
there's a lot of love there. I mean, we can have a lot of banter. We can go back and forth with each other, but there are no hard feelings with it. And I like that because I like to talk shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to talk shit, so I don't want people who are thin-skinned and want to have their feelings all up in their crack, and then they just looking at you all crazy.
Yep.
Nobody does crack in this league. Sorry.
Oh, I do
And
that.
then, and then only that, everybody's kind of welcoming with everybody. Everybody's gracious with everyone. It feels like a family.
You know what's crazy though, Robert? I don't even know if we've played at a table, but if we have, it's been like once.
We did one
And
time.
like,
It was a cash game.
oh, so, like we haven't even played in like the league, right? But so I
No.
appreciate. I mean, and I'm a newbie still, so I appreciate that too. Like I hope I never play against you because I hear you're a shark, but also I
Big one.
appreciate that you're welcoming.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. We like to talk shit and eat shit.
Oh,
Yo, Chris,
Uh,
that's just the puppy. That's just the puppies.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. I know Chris, he's a great guy, and he likes to keep his house very welcoming and family-oriented, so we will welcome to the group. We love you, and we can't wait to see what you become in the poker league.
You're literally only getting one probing question. You give everybody else like 4.
I'm not fucking done yet, so sit your ass down.
oh.
I am sitting down.
Oh.
I am sitting down, so you can't probe me.
All
Oh,
right,
here come
Robert.
Uncle Sam.
Sam's gonna bring the fucking house down. Alright, so Robert, now, given as you are in second place, so congratulations on that point. What do you see in the next 3 weeks?
Well, I'm going to get a little personal. Since Ryan decided to put me out first,
Oh shit.
I see that I'm going to be targeting Ryan every chance I get.
Ooh.
Yes, please.
And he was a no-show at the softball tournament tonight, which they lost.
I blame Marty for that. That's Marty's segment.
I've noticed that people catch on to your game a lot, so you got to switch it up. So there's a lot of times I'll go with the bluff, but then there's a lot of times I'll back off the bluff and I'll play like I'm weak, and people then I'll go back with like I'm bluffing hard, and people want to call you all the time because they think you're bluffing. Catch them and take all the chips.
Yep.
So, in the
So
next
what you're
coming
saying is you're weak.
What?
what? What a week? That's strategy. No, that's strategy. You don't keep with the same game. If you keep
I'm
with the
digging
same
with
game,
you.
everybody-
I'm digging with
Oh
you.
no, we're good. I'm just saying, if you stay with that same game, people are gonna catch on.
You know, Ryan's grandpa was a professional poker player.
Oh.
That don't mean Ryan is.
No, but that's who he learned from.
No, I just play with Ryan a lot. I like Ryan.
You like to play with Ryan a lot. I'm sure his wife would like that.
No, I like
Up to
Ryan.
see
I
it.
like Ryan a lot. To be honest with you, I just like to play with him. I
Yeah,
just
he's
like
a good
to mess
guy.
around with him.
He's good people. Yeah, he's good
He is.
people. But
All right, I got a probing question because I recruited Robert from the Beaver League, which I've become frequented here.
because you like the beaver.
I love the Beaver. And so I saw Robert and I love his style of play. He gets
You
in
like his
people's
beaver?
I love his Beaver. He gets in people's heads and he is a really, really I don't know if y'all know this, but he's a really damn good player. He is a
Yeah.
damn good player. And I sought him out specifically to target and get in this league because we love people like that. He fits like a glove in our league.
It's not just his play. Like he's a good, decent, kind human being too.
Exactly.
Right?
Which is
So
what-
just because you're a good poker player, like people are dicks when it comes to that. Like, and
True.
my interaction with Robert is he's a good human being.
Exactly. I love that. But Robert, my question is, thank you. My question is, the Beaver League is pretty popular. There's at least 4 to 5 tables a night, and they go hard. They go about 5 nights a week. How many of those nights, I mean, if you can even count, that you've won first place?
Out of every week,
Just in lifetime.
oh, I've won 3 times.
3. That's
I've won, but I've made the final table like
countless
in
times.
a week, countless times. I mean, it's a lot.
My last time there, I remember you was there at the final table when Dan dealt. Now you want to go? You want to rehash
Yeah,
that?
we'll.
Oh my
I'll
Jesus.
never-
Me too.
I'll never let Dan deal again. I was literally I was laying people out, and we got to the final 2. Dan got there, and I didn't win another hand. I was like, Dan, you will never deal again. I mean, the man even gave me trips on the flop, and I still lost.
Wow! Holy shit! I didn't know that.
I was like, Dan, you're never dealing again.
Or
And
I'm
you
not
had-
playing on a table where he's dealing.
Exactly. And he had you had the dominant chip lead, Robert, that night, and you were in cruise control to win your 4th time. And I don't know what the fuck happened. I go walk away for a minute and then come back. Next thing I know, they're handing the money and the trophy to the new guy. He was a new
Okay.
dealer in my book.
I'm going to check on my right titties or the.
Wow. Where did that come from?
It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's always going to get there. It
It
doesn't
is.
matter.
It's
Starting the Beaver League now. What's your recommendation on between the two, Beaver or the AIA Poker League?
There's a huge difference between the 2 leagues. Beaver League, don't get it wrong. It's a nice league. It's entertaining. It keeps you pumped up during the week, but I don't take it too serious. I mean, although I'm winning a lot and I'm making the final table, I can't take it too serious because the Beaver League, it's a lot of first timers, and I don't want to speak bad about the league because I like the Beaver League.
yeah.
But when I come over to AIA, that's a real play. You gotta put your hat on.
Yes.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Exactly.
They will literally knock your head off.
I love the swivel.
Okay, so Robert, I'm so sorry. Can I challenge you on that?
Sure.
Mostly because, right? So I have only been playing poker consistently for less than 6 months.
It's a long time.
Less than 6 months. So I'm wondering why you feel that way. Whereas like when I go to the bar leagues, the Beaver League, like I feel like they are like they really count. So what is the difference between that?
Okay, all right. Follow this right here. Here's a prime example. So let's say I'm massive chip leader. I get pocket kings, and let's say the blinds are 800, 1600.
Mm-hmm.
I bet 4 times the big blind. So
Right.
sitting on the other side of the table at the Beaver League is sitting there with a 7-3, and we'll call.
Yeah.
That makes
Wow.
sense.
Do you get the difference?
Yes,
In AIA, that ain't happening.
exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Yes.
So, and then they'll keep calling you until they kill you.
Yep.
I mean, either they'll lose all
Or
their
make
chips.
you second guess, I guess. Not kill you, but make you second guess.
No, they'll make me
No.
think I know they ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
They'll keep calling until they kill you, till they just run it all the way down and catch it. Just for instance, remember I told you I had the Trip Kings on the flop?
Yep.
The
Yep.
guy, I was making massive bets. This is why when you walked away and came back, my chips were gone.
Wow.
The guy kept calling me,
Man.
kept calling these massive bets. And then on the river, he catches his 5-4 boat.
Oh.
Mm.
Wow.
He wouldn't give up them damn fighting fives, even though there was a king, a queen, and an ace on the board.
Wow.
He kept calling that 5-5.
Wow.
That was all when you came back. My chips were damn gone because he called all the way down. And I was making massive bets to tell him, dude, I got it. I'm throwing all the hands I could possibly throw. Bro, I got it. But nope.
Okay, so this is a perfect actually transition into Thursday night. So I feel like you actually did the same thing on Thursday, correct?
What do you mean?
Your hands on Thursday.
Are you talking about when you two sat at each other's table?
No, we were on opposite tables, actually.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
when I could say my cards were dead that night, they were dead. I was just basically trying to make something happen with those cards.
Right.
I was trying to make something happen with those cards, but sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Then it got to the point where I only had 2 big blinds left. I had a king 3. I called it. I went all in. I mean, what's the use?
Right.
You went all in on a king 3 where they suited?
No. They were not.
I mean, why wouldn't you just, were you you said you're the big blind though, right?
I got 2 big blinds left.
No, but were you the big blind? Because I would have folded on that.
No, I wasn't the big blind. The big blind was coming. So which would have
Yeah, the king's a high. Yeah, king's a high hand, so there's an opportunity for him to pair the board or whatever and run it. The 3's irrelevant in that whole scenario. So he's got to make a decision in terms of his chip play and where he lies on the board. So he's positioned out, so he doesn't have a chance. So he's got to make a decision on, and you want to do it. You don't want to do it when you're sitting with
chips to play another 2 hands.
Yeah, I know, but you might get a 2-3, or you might not get good quality hands to play. That king will play out the board sometimes and run into a big pot.
Right, which we talked about earlier. Like somebody got like a king or an ace high.
That was Stephanie.
And that might be all you need to get off a tilt, right? So
Right.
it's
And
just a
that,
matter of
like anything like that makes me like want to like throw up in my throat. Like bleh.
Yep.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for being part of a poker league and being able to be pro. Thank you so much. Let's all congratulate the Undertaker.
Yes. Cool beans. Good beans.
Uncle Sam would like to thank you all for having me.
Yeah, we'll go into Porcelain Corner in a second. Is there a recap of your favorite hand, Andy, for the night that kind of gave you second place? Because I'm interested to know that. What was your favorite hand for the night?
Well, my
your own
friend died during that, and I was writing them all down. But honestly, it was, I think, my first hand that I won, which I believe. Oh, I found it. Okay. I'm looking for my notebook. Okay. So,
Oh, that's right. You got a notebook now.
yeah, finally started writing my hands down. Okay. Actually, I won the first hand of the night at my table against Ryan, and it was a full house, I think. Full house.
You think it was a full house? Jesus.
Okay.
How many of those are you getting?
No, so I had a 5-3 club suited, and then on the board was a 5 spade, 2 spade, 3 heart, 9 diamond, 7 club.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so I got a full house. It was a full house first hand.
And how much did you win on that hand?
I don't know. I don't write that shit down.
You should.
Okay, so this is kind of no, but listen, this is one of the things that we're trying to tell you. So you haven't been playing for a long time, so position and chip leader, right? That's a big deal at a table. So while you're
It was the first hand of the night.
irrelevant. If it was a big hand and everybody was there, you just pulled in a huge stack to kind of control your leverage throughout the rest of the night, right?
Well, again, if they're men blinds, like, I mean, is it really going to be that big of a hand? No.
I know, but it could have been. If people are betting into that, it could be a massive hand.
So Thursday when I play, I'll try to remember that. But that's my favorite hand because I won the first hand of the night. Yeah. I'm like A plus B equals stuff.
All right. Well, cool. All right. So welcome to the Porcelain Corner, folks. This segment of the show, the podcast, is kind of aimed at making people feel uncomfortable, right? We want to kind of back you into a corner and get you in a position where you feel like you can't get out of it. On Thursday night, there's some animosity there, right? It's happened every week. And so every week it's happened. I thought there was going to be no ill will, no harms foul, none of that stuff. And it hasn't happened yet. So Robert, you're going to start off by being our guest. You're going to pick the winners of who you think is going to win the next week and who you think is going to be the first loser out for the week. So you give us your thoughts. You can give an explanation with it if you want.
It has to be in that order.
Yeah.
Okay. My pick for winning this week is Marty.
Got it. Oh, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I played at the table with him a couple of times. When I tell you, he's sharp.
No, they didn't like it. They call him a king for a reason.
And I can't even lie. He makes me think sometimes when he gets into a hand with me.
Don't hurt yourselves.
I appreciate that, Robert. Thank you.
I'm just giving you the truth.
That's valid.
And I'm returning the favor to Ryan first.
Oh, I like it.
Nice. You're still my dog, Ryan.
By the way, he likes all that shit too. He's not worried about it. I think it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a long time with Ryan, and Ryan he has these unique moments where, like you said, he kind of catches you off guard and unprotected in terms of just kind of chip stack or mind placement or whatever it is. So I like the way he plays. Andi, who you got winning this week, Andi?
Can I do loser first?
You can do loser first, absolutely. So Chris, now who you got winning? I'm just kidding.
Luther.
Okay.
Loser first. Sorry, Sue, but Sue.
Okay.
Your partner.
Well, previous.
Mm-hmm.
Winner first. I need a list.
There's a list on the chat.
Okay, well, that's too much work. I'm
she said.
gonna do. No, just joking. She's not playing.
Uncle Sam.
I'm gonna do a wild card, and I'm gonna do Peyton.
Oh, you're gonna do
Peyton.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go.
She's gonna.
All right, Chris, your turn, sir.
All right, I'm gonna do my guess in a special voice.
Of course you are.
Hey, welcome back. Can't wait.
Isn't that me?
That's Andi.
My picks are gonna be quick and easy. So very simple.
Marty.
I had Chris Saunders to win last week, but he did not. He came in like 7th. Like, oh my gosh. Fuck it. My picks are gonna be simple. It's gonna be,
Not simple.
I'm gonna say a rare pick. It's gonna be, I think he's gonna go all in pretty much hard next week. So
Going hard, huh?
Jeremiah
Go.
is.
Jeremiah. Okay.
Yeah, Jeremiah. And then this person is hard to say, but he's been playing really good. And it's his final week basically here. And I think he's going to be very aggressive this Thursday. So it's going to be King Marty.
Oh, wow.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Wait, Marty, are you actually out the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'll be in Alaska. All right, Lee.
All right, so
You're just hoping that your wife buries you in the iceberg.
Jesus, did you just cheers to that? For fuck's sake.
Did I just see my daddy's get his name called?
oh, his wife Camilla.
Wait, hello, is that my mama? No.
I don't know. I mixed all the Mexican names together.
Oh, anyway, all right, let's move on from that.
All right, Lee.
So, my first loser, I'm trying to pull up the list here. I'm
Good
trying,
Uncle Sam.
Seven days of list, like that's a dick cheating movement.
I'm trying to be nice and pick somebody. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Ronnie will be out first.
Okay.
Also, he did great last week, and Ronnie tends to do the opposite the next week.
Well, he was out first, technically, yesterday.
But yeah, that's true. He was out first. See, exactly. All right. My first winner is Marty. Who you
Uncle
bringing in
Sam.
for yourself?
Say again.
Who you bringing in for your sub?
For my sub is going to be Max for 2 weeks.
Oh, Max. Okay.
No, next week. He'll be here this Thursday.
Yeah, I'll be here Thursday.
Oh, you'll be here this Thursday? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with King Marty.
Oh, appreciate it, guys. Thank
I'm
you.
going with the
Yeah,
King.
my daddy. Good job, daddy.
I'm going with
Yeah. Thanks, son. Appreciate it.
Month voice because it's annoying.
This week, man, I've got an interesting loser pick, and the only reason I'm picking Will is because he has yet to figure out his shit. He doesn't know where he's at. He's trying to get acclimated. He's gonna get back into it, but I think it's gonna be tough for him to dig out of that hole. So Will is my loser this week.
Will I am.
And then honestly, I'm gonna pick Robert, but man, I would like to pick you, but I'm picking Josue this week. You know, I think that's a tough. I think he's doing for first place choice.
For once to win.
Huh?
I just want somebody to pick me to win.
Our guest Casper, he just chose you right now. I'm adding it to the list. Hold on just a second.
No, I'm sorry. You said when hell freezes over, so go eat a dip. Thank you.
I picked you one time, Andy. I picked you.
You just said when hell freezes over.
Right?
Can I change my
Golly,
pick
why
right
you
now?
say that?
I'm going to change my pick right now. I'm going Andy. She sounds confident.
Guys, they've already been locked in on the blog, so I can't change them. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I do want to say something about Robert, and I really mean this as honest as I can be. The welcoming side of thing has been the neutral census across the board. By the way, everybody that's come into this league and been a part of it, and with Chris hosting, has felt welcome and has felt that this is a really welcoming place, and everybody's excited and a family. And the fact that Lee came to support our softball game today. And, we had these side conversations, and Andi came to help film and support, us at the final table, even though she wasn't in the final, not a jab, but I'm saying you took time out of your day to come and do that. So that kind of should tell you exactly what our goal is and what we're aiming for. And so at the end of the day, I also agree 100%, Robert, there are players at every table. So you are going to be challenged. You're going to be frustrated. There's going to be moments where but all you got to do is change your game and the strategy, like you said earlier. So you were on point with all that stuff with what you said earlier. So welcome to the league, man. We appreciate it, and we look forward to growing this thing. We want it to become something similar. I'm not going to ever use their name and say their name. They can and y'all can, but that's our goal, is to become something similar to that. So where everybody wants to go and contribute and have a great time.
And welcome.
So
Everybody's welcome.
yep. So I appreciate you for coming in this week. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I really do. I can't tell you. I've said it one time before in the chat room. I love this group.
Well, honestly, like Robert, I met you. I mean, honestly, I met you before, like the thing, like the group, and I like you're knocking me out, like in the group, and I was like, go fuck yourself, right? And I'm like, just kidding, right? So, and you're very receptive, so I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I don't take things to heart like this. I think this is a place for you to unwind, have fun.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, at the same time, you want to win, but have fun with it. So
exactly,
bring your feelings with it. Like, oh, you said this to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it started this like I said 8 seasons ago, based on just having fun. I mean, flying down and say
chapters. You mean
8 chapters?
Oh yeah, 8 chapters ago. Okay. And it just started just a group of guys and friends who just wanted to get together and just play some games. And I think we started with $10. Yeah. I think we did $10 a week, not 20.
Yeah.
And it was just we didn't care for the money. We really didn't bet for the money.
Basically, Chris, what you're saying is you're getting greedy.
No, I mean just make it more spicier.
Yeah.
So
I'm joking.
And and then people come, like y'all came 3 chapters ago. I mean, Marty and Andi came 3 chapters ago. And look where y'all at now.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are like
I'm as terrible as I was, but
Y'all were
No, you're actually. I was actually talking to Stephanie about you, Andy. I mean, I'm very impressed with how you've been playing and how far you became in these chapters of poker leagues that you have been growing as a player. Like you're getting kind of scary. Like I'm keeping my eyes out for you.
I'm a vampire. I'm scary.
I want to send out a great thank you to the host, Chris, but I want to think out a bigger thanks to Lee. Lee, I'm so happy that you targeted me and brought me into this league.
I don't think we're allowed to say we target you. I don't think we're allowed to say that on the podcast.
Yeah, this is the cult. This is the cult we brought. Yeah.
Hey, Robert. Do you know what Lee's nickname is?
Oh no.
What's that?
He's the mayor of Poker Town.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, but there's a space. Poker Town.
Poker.
Oh, hey, Uncle Sam just voted. He said Andy for the win this week. That's what Uncle Sam did. So
Exactly. There we go. Robert, I remember the first night we played together at Beaver. I'll never forget you, brother. It was awesome. And the way that you bet is the funnest way I've ever seen anybody play. And I definitely wanted you for the group. I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you came. Robert, I love you, brother. You're our family now. So thank you. Thank you for coming with us.
Yeah, so what do you think Uncle Sam was going to say?
yeah.
Took the word.
Yeah.
What's on the horizon? Because we got some big things for this All-In Alliance.
Okay, so yeah, let me give a recap. So we've been talking about growing this thing for the last better half of a month. We initiated the podcast. We got that rolling. I think that we're working on some of the art design and artwork for a clothing line that Chris is trying to knock out. On top of that, we finally found a home place for our hosted games, right? We've got a bar that's local that's going to partner up with us. We're going to start hosting either once a month to start out with, or once a week, or we haven't figured out the dynamics of the duration or how that's going to look. But as soon as we get that, we've got a partnership with that host, and we're going to be able to host this thing up to 60 people per week or per month or per however big it gets. And so YouTube channel, at some point in time, we're going to get that rolling. We're going to start doing some of these podcasts live and in person, because that camaraderie kind of helps. You can build some kind of unique dynamic when you're in front of people. It's a little bit different when everything's off the cuff, right? So that's coming up. So be looking for all these things in the next, I'd probably say the next month. We'll have everything nailed down as far as timelines, start periods, and what we're actually planning on doing for AIA, and which is All-In Alliance Poker Club. So I look forward to all that stuff rolling out, and each one of you guys are going to be a contributor or partner to that. So we'll keep everybody posted.
That's right. And becoming an actual poker club, like an official poker club, is on the horizon. Yeah, a lot of big things coming out, and I appreciate you mentioning them, Marty. Like you said, we got the podcast going and things, so we're going to keep going every week. We're trying to make the podcast, the season, go along with our chapters. So this chapter, we're coming up on week 3. It's a 5-week league. We're going to have our final table. So far, we've got the top 7 in that final table. So that'll be coming up after our 5th week. And it'll be singles only. So we'll probably do it at Chris's house, or who knows, maybe we'll even call the point up and say, hey, we want to have like a beta tournament and make it, it'll be our final table. And so that way it's just one table. We'll kind of use it as a beta test to see how they do for just one table. And then we'll work on getting more tables after that. So there's a lot of ideas out there, and that's all that they are, is ideas. But a lot of big things for us. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the host. Robert, again, thank you for the compliments. Thank you for joining us tonight. You were definitely very fun. I know you've been driving home from Fort Worth, so we appreciate you taking the time and joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Anytime, brother. You're welcome back.
I just want to say also, I'm always available if you need me for anything.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
You got it,
yeah, Robert. Same with us. Yeah, Robert. Same with us. If you absolutely need anything, hey,
Also, yes.
to talk to, come over. Hit us up. I mean, we're all here for you. Man.
Hit it up. Yep.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again for this Poker League of Season 2, Episode 2. Truly appreciate you. Congratulations, Lee and Stephanie, for winners of Chapter 7 Poker League of the Duos. Congratulations. All right, tune in for the Week 3. All right, Week 3 of the Chapter 8 Poker League, as we will give you more information on who's leading and trailing in the standings. If you do not tune in, I will call the cops on you.
Oh Lord, Jesus!
And we've had that happen 2 out of 2 times, so hopefully not a third time.
Oh God.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
All right, y'all
Good
take it
Andy.
Thank you guys.